What's good, my peeps? The Ruck is here with another dual channel review. You can see this on the primary channel, The Ruckus, or over on GI Reviews with The Ruckus of the same name. You know how we do. This is a G.I. Joe Classified series review. We're talking a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. You see what it is right there in front of us. We have Tele-Viper and Cobra Flight Pod, aka the Trouble Bubble. Trouble. Been waiting on this for a minute to finally come in, and I'm very happy to have it. You see the packaging. We've got basically a squad of Trouble Bubbleiers, if you will, Tele-Vipers in their Trouble Bubbles. There's six. There's six of them, all airborne, going over some terrain there. And then, of course, to our immediate right, we have artwork of Tele-Viper, and above him, we have the loadout, which is cool. The top, we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series logo. We've got artwork there on one side. This is number 79. We've got the GR code for, I don't know what it's supposed to be. We've got the Tele-Vipers, basically the specialties that the Tele-Viper is proficient in. And then, of course, here on the back, we have digital renders of the Tele-Viper and the bubble of Trubble. It shows that the Tele-Viper is 6.3 inches. I love that because you guys know how I'll forget to take height measurements. And of course, you see the loadout for the Tele-Viper, and the same thing for the Trouble Bubble, the Flight Pod. It shows that from top to bottom is 5.8 inches, and you see the loadout there. We'll start with the Trouble Bubbles loadout first, and we'll go with the largest accessory, which isn't really accessory. You have to basically put the bubble together. It's the engine and the exhaust, the means of propulsion. You see right there, the dual carbine there. It's got twin turbines, and when you turn it up top here, you see it reads danger. It's got arrows pointing downward, meaning the exhaust is leaving downward, and it reads hot exhaust, so it's giving the warning. Turn to one side, you have the Cobra logo and the official designation of the Trouble Bubble, PE49-L7A. Right there you see 3 jets. I'm assuming that's how many Joe jets that this particular Trouble Bubble and its operator, the Tele-Viper in question, have brought down. On the side, you have the same thing going on. Next, we have this little ditty, and I couldn't tell you what this is. It looks like it's a bomb of some kind of mine or something. It has the number 9 on one part of it. I can't say side. I guess I can. It's, even though it's round, I could say it's on the, as we look at it, the left side. You've got arrows pointing down to this compartment, which also has some wording, which I'd have to use a magnifying glass to be able to read that. It does have caution on it, and it does open up. I'll have to open that up off camera because I can see that it's going to take some doing. And then there are other red colored arrows pointing downward, and that's what it looks like down below. You can see in that they go all the way around, but that's about the size of it. I'll get this open off camera. And here it is. I managed to get it open. You're going to either need a fingernail or something very thin to try to pry it open there. It's very tight, which is good because when I put it back, that means it won't fall off. And I don't think I'll need to open it again. All it shows is some plastic colored detail. That's about it. We get what appears to be fins, which is curious because they're not shown on the packaging as part of the loadout. 2 HK missiles, Hunter Killer. That's just me adding that in for effect. As you can see here, just molded in a kind of grayish black. And finally, the weapon that you attach to the bottom of the bubble, molded in that same, it's like a gray, charcoal grayish black. It's not quite black, not quite gray, so we're going to go with charcoal gray. It's got some nice detail to it, but of course there's no way to see the distinction because there are no other color apps, but it is what it is, and we'll see what it looks like when we get the Trubble bubble together. Now for the Tele-Viper's loadout, we'll start from the front and work our way back. We have this, seems to be like some type of, I don't know, a sound or radar type of weapon. You see there, it's got a porthole in there for effects, I'm assuming. I don't know what type of effects you would put on this to simulate whatever this is supposed to be, but it looks good. You see it's got a peg down here at the bottom. It's molded in that gray. We'll get a little close-up look. You see it's got this peg here, and the reason for that is because of this. We get this this tube that you connect to one end to the pistol grip end of that, we'll call it a sonar weapon, and the other end goes into the bottom of his backpack. You see there's another peg there, and the backpack is molded in the same black or charcoal gray, whatever you want to call it, and it also has some purple highlights for the control devices, as you can see here. Pretty decent, nice backpack there. With the Tele-Viper, we get 2 additional head sculpts. Out of packaging, Tele-Viper comes with a Caucasian or fair-skinned portrait, and as you can see here, we've got a darker skinned individual. Silver, nice painted silver for the visor, and you see the rest of it. It looks the same as what comes out of packaging, so we'll discuss that more in detail. And the second head sculpt is a totally enclosed mask helmet. You see it's got the visor there, black, but it's got red paint there, and like I said, it's totally closed. Here's the back there. Very, very nice. Here's our Tele-Viper. You can see him on our rotating base, giving you a 360-degree visual of him round and round. He's primarily molded in blue. You see that his arms are totally black from the sleeves going down. I think originally that those were supposed to be Caucasian colored to match the face that's coming, that you could see out of the helmet. But when Hasbro decided to give us 3 heads and make one of them an African American or darker colored individual, they basically cheaped out, and they just went on and made the arms black, so that way it's universal whether you use this head, that head, or the fully masked head. And then also you see we've got purples. The vest is a nice purple. It's got some black, nice textures, and then there's purple boots and on the wrists and on the gauntlets and everything else. But we'll check that out when we get a closer look. And here's the Trubble bubble out of packaging. It hasn't been equipped with anything yet. As you can plainly see, this is what it looks like when you get it out of packaging. And you see that it's molded in like a light grayish color, and it's got insignia on it. Its official designation, I have to read it when it comes back around. It's got the official designation is 15E3MQ, and we've got colors on the inside to show all of the controls and other insignia. We'll see that close up, and that'll be after I put everything together. Now looking at our Tele-Viper up close, you can see the how nice that I'm loving the vest. That purple is just banging to me. I like how it looks on the figure. Turning to the so you can see the sleeves. You see the like what I mean. The sleeves are all black, or I should say, what's supposed to be the sleeves. The sleeves were supposed to end up here. This was supposed to be bare arm, both sides, but to match his pigmentation. But when they decided to include 2 additional head sculpts, at least the one where you could change out the head and make him another ethnicity. I'm still trying to be PC up in here. You all know what time it is. That's what happened with this. So I guess that was a practical way of doing it. A lot of people are up in arms because, if I'm not mistaken, the first Tele-Viper from the 3 3/4 inch line back in the day clearly had bare arms, short sleeves and bare arms, and that's not the case. So, but hey, they didn't include 2 other heads back then either, I'm sure. So, you know, beggars can't be choosers. You can't have it all. So I like it, so that's all good. Anyway, you see the vest, pretty nice. It's got the black, I want to say that's paint, not part of it. It looks great to me, and you've got nice texture right there, as you could see. I'll turn to the back because there's even more of it back here. Very nice. On the belt, you see there's more of that purple there. That's the motif going on. The belt is that charcoal grayish color, and then you see that it's perimetered by the purple. You've got pouches and sleeves and stuff that are also purple. We've got purple there on his forearm. He's got like a some type of control pad, as you can see right there, and it's got some nice paint apps there, or it may be decal that's in there, but it looks pretty. I'm sure it's decal. It's too small and too fine to just be paint, but it's like some sort of a control, wrist control. And then on the other side, he's got on the wrist some more of that purple with some blue. Then you go down to the boots. There's more of that purple there. Then they end in the black, so pretty nice right there. And we were talking about the additional head sculpts, so get him a little centered so you can see him in his glory. But yeah, so this right here is the head sculpt that he came out of packaging, and here's the other ethnic head sculpt. As you can see right there, that's exactly why they decided to go with the all black, and we now call them sleeved arms. And here's the third head sculpt, fully masked, looking pretty good. Like I said, it's got the red paint apps on the visor mask, and it's looking really nice there. I would imagine that if this were real, on the inside he's got a readout of some kind. Going over the articulation of our Tele-Viper, the head is on a dumbbell, so you can get him to look up that much, you can look down that much, and the neck is also on a dumbbell, so you get even more side to side and down, so he can look down very nicely when combined with the neck. And like I said, looking up about that much. He can, of course, rotate. He's got butterfly joints, so you can see how far back he can draw out, and that's how far forward he can come together. The vest is going to impede, so there'll be nothing close to hand clapping, as you can see right there, but still decent enough range. He can 360 at the shoulder. He's got the, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. He can T-pose it right there. You've got the bicep swivel. He's got double jointed pinless elbows. Very nice. On his left hand, he's got the rotating wrist and the horizontal hinge trigger finger. On the right hand, this is also the horizontal. I figured this, at least one would have a vertical hinge, but it doesn't. He's got a crunch here. Let me move his arms out of the way for you. So the vest is going to get in the way, but he can go forward that far, and he can go back that far, I believe. No, that's where, yeah. And then, of course, he's got the waist swivel right there. Drop down legs. You can do the splits that far. You see where they drop down at, push him back in. He can kick to 90. If you drop him down, he can get a little bit better than that. He can go back that far. Thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. Pretty hard there. See if I can get that second joint go first. There we go. Pinless knees, as you can see right there. He's got a boot cuff. He can point his toe forward that far. He can go up very tight there. Not so much. He does have ankle pivot, and he does have holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Here's our Tele-Viper loaded out, this backpack, and that I still think it's some type of sonic or radio enabled weapon. So that's what we're going to go with. Here we have the Trubble bubble back on our rotating base, only this time fully assembled. And you can see what it looks like. It's got the rockets and the fins belonged on the side, and they are what housed the rockets. So it all came together. You've got the exhaust on the back there, and of course the weapon, the gun there at the below the handles for steering the bubble. But let's take a closer look at it and see the articulation on this vehicle. So the first thing we'll show is this is how it came out of packaging with the canopy, and you have ports there for it to house into. So you've got that, lifts back like that. When you lift it up, the handlebars can move in and out, and of course you can move the gun turret. So that's cool. And the missiles, of course, they detach. It detached with the wings, but you can detach the missiles individually without the wings. On the back here, you've got these directional wings right there. Flaps would be if it was a plane. You see how they move right there. And yeah, and going down, you've got straps. You can actually strap your figure in, so you do have that. So that's pretty cool right there for the Trubble bubble. Here's our Tele-Viper with the darker head sculpt, and I've got him loading rockets. Now you've got a Tele-Viper with the other head sculpt with the mask, and you see that he's strapped in, and he's already taken off. Just one more shot of him trying to get in the bubble and prepare for takeoff. So in conclusion, the G.I. Joe Classified Series Hasbro Pulse exclusive Tele-Viper and Cobra Flight Pod Trubble Bubble Deluxe set, 2-pack, whatever you want to call it. figure and vehicle set, which is a great thing. We're going to get more of these. And when I mean more of these, I mean more figure and vehicle sets, and I'm here for it. We're going to get another Tele-Viper and Trubble Bubble as well. It's going to be part of the Python Patrol Target exclusive line of classified series. We're going to get that too. Strangely enough, it has everything that you see with this Tele-Viper, but it costs about $10 cheaper, if I'm not mistaken. Very curious. I wonder what that's all about. But hey, it is what it is. I got a couple of those on the way. For those who care, I've got 4 of these guys, and they'll make for a very nice diorama. I also have on the way, as soon as they're done being fabricated, from giving a shout out to Can of Beams, a customizer, a third-party accessorizer, and he's making adapters so you'll be able to suspend the Trubble Bubble in the air, and that will be very welcome, very nice. As far as the figure and the vehicle itself, starting with the figure, pretty cool. We know it's a mishmash of parts from other figures. You know they're going to do that, but it comes out looking nice. The blues, the purple vest really sets it off for me. The 3 head sculpts are great. You got black guy, white guy, and of course you've got a fully masked Tele-Viper, which I think is the way how it's supposed to be displayed when you've got your Tele-Viper in the bubble in action. As far as the Trubble Bubble itself, we've asked for it for a minute. This is going to be cool. I can already imagine having Dr. Mindbender in one of these, so that's going to happen, and it's pretty nice. One of the things I did mention at the beginning that there were paint apps on the inside of the bubble for the control panel, greens and reds and what have you. Very nice touch. The accessories, the rockets and the gun mount turret, very nice touch. And having the exhaust and the articulated flaps, as well as the bubble itself, the canopy being articulated, are all nice touches. The straps, everything. So very nice pickup. A little pricey, but I think you'll love it. I believe Hasbro is currently sold out. I could be wrong about that, but you can still get your Python Patrol version if you desire through Target. So there is that. In terms of hard sells, time for me to hard sell the channels. Please like, share, subscribe wherever, if you're on the Ruckus, or if you're at GI Reviews with the Ruckus. Please subscribe, like the videos, and leave your comments below. What do you think about this deluxe set? Is it a pass or is it a play for you? If you want to be notified when I upload other videos, hit that notification bell on either channel and you will be notified. Once again, subscribe to the channel. Both channels. Go check. If you're on one, check out the other. Likes, comments, notifications. Hit me up. Let me know. Comments below. Anyway, that'll do it for this review, guys. Thank you for rocking with me, and take care.